The Clippers, man. This is unbelievable. Like, if you would have told me at the beginning of the season the Nuggets were gonna make a 3-1 comeback against the Clippers in the Western Conference semifinals, I would have punched you in the face and told you you were lying because that can't be true. How could this happen? I don't understand how this happened. Like, I watched the game. I watched Game 7. I know exactly how it happened. I'm gonna tell you how it happened, but right now I just want to just reflect on how the whole year has really been going. Like, in the media, all I've been hearing all year, the Clippers are the best team in the NBA. They're the perfect roster. They got all the talent. They're the best defensive team in the NBA. The Lakers should be scared. The whole NBA should be scared. That's all you heard all year about the Clippers. And now look at them. Now they got to pack their bags and go home because they lost to Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. And they let Jamal Murray go insane. Like, he looked like the Human Torch out there. He looked amazing out there. And the way it happened was just so crazy because all I've been hearing all year in the media, on TV, Instagram, Twitter, all that. All I've been hearing all year, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, the two best wing defenders in the NBA. We can't argue with that, right? And then they say, oh, guards are going to have nightmares at night because they're going to have to switch from Pat Bev to Paul George, from Paul George to Kawhi. There was like a little meme going around. And now look, y'all let Jamal Murray drop 40 points and pretty effortlessly. And like, I swear, all the Nuggets did all night to get the lead they had. They ran a high pick and roll with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. As soon as Jamal came off the screen, he either pulled up for that three or he went to the mid-range area and just shot a floater. It was crazy to watch. It was like just watching a replay of the same play. And oh Lord, Paul George, man. Paul George, playoff P, pandemic P, whatever you want to call him, George Paul, whatever you want to call that man. This man, I don't see how you can rank him top 15 in the NBA, because this is just sad, man. I'm jacking Jimmy Butler is better than him. I'm jacking that heavy. Because it's crazy, because like, he had 10 points. He struggled so badly against Dallas. And in this series, in an elimination game, the only elimination game they had, by the way, in an elimination game, he had 10 points. The most he could do was 10 points. After the Clippers gave up all them first rounders, they gave up Shea, they gave up Danilo. They moved everything for him just because Kawhi requested him. I'm gonna get on Kawhi in a second, but Paul George had 10 points and he shot terribly from the field. It's just sad. But we expected from Paul George. He has a history of choking in big moments in the playoffs. We know about this. We know about him against the Heat. We know about this, man. We know about him against the Utah Jazz when he was at OKC. We know about this. But Kawhi Leonard, though? Kawhi Leonard? 14 points. 14 points in an elimination game. And he's better than LeBron? He's supposed to be better than LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, him. This man had 14 points in an elimination game after I'm not going to say he forced his way out of Toronto, but he left them after winning the championship. The whole world knows he would have been better off staying in Toronto because they got a way, better team over there. Not saying better talent-wise, but when it comes to chemistry and just playing together as a team and the coaching, oh my God. Doc Rivers, man. This was his break. Like, this is the first time he really had a team where we could look and say, wow, they really got a legit shot at the championship. Like, the Lob City Clippers, they had legit shots. They had chances to win a championship, but you got a top 5 player in Kawhi Leonard. You had a top 15 player in Paul George. You had 2 6-Man of the Year candidates in Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell. You got shooters. What more do you want? You got Patrick Beverley, a tenacious defender. What more do you want? What more could you possibly ask for? And it's crazy to see, because like, why did it have to be a 3-1 comeback? I would rather, the Nuggets just have been dominating the whole series. But it had to be a 3-1 comeback. It had to be in this dramatic fashion. Like this is I still don't believe it happened. I still don't believe this happened. And for one, let me say this: Doc Rivers, he needs to be fired because something is clearly wrong with him, coaching wise. Because there's no way that every time he has a chance to go to the conference finals, his team just lose. The Clippers need a new head coach. They need a new culture. They need something new. And oh my goodness, Kawhi is a reason he signed that contract, the type of contract he did. I think he gonna bounce. No. Let me be honest. I don't think he gonna bounce, but man, I know he's thinking about it right now because this is ridiculous. Like, how could you lose a 3-1 lead? Like, all you had to do was win one game. You had 3 chances to win one game. You couldn't even do that. Like, really? Like, this is. I don't believe this. I don't believe this for 1 second. I'm still in shock because like this is the guy who's better than LeBron James allegedly. Mr. Cornrow man, like, and he had 14 points. They combined for 24 points. And let's just talk about how Jokic destroyed them 3 games straight. Because Montrezl Harrell is just supposed to be some great defender. He couldn't do nothing with Jokic in the post. Zubac couldn't do nothing with Jokic in the post. Kawhi Leonard couldn't do nothing with Jokic in the post. Paul George couldn't do nothing with Jokic in the post. Nobody on the Clippers could do anything with Nikola Jokic in the post. And he was just dominant everybody. The whole game 7 tonight. They would send 2 people at him. He would turn his head, dime somebody for a wide open 3. I kid you not, it happened over 10,000 times. Like, the same exact thing. And I believe Doc Rivers because you're not going to call something different. You're not going to try something else. Like, you're just going to keep doing the same thing for the whole game. And it's not working. Like, clearly it's not working. And you're just going to continue to do that? Like, it don't make no kind of sense to me. Like, Jokic, alright, let's shut the noise down. Nikola Jokic is the best center in the NBA. He's better than Joel Embiid. It's clear now. I made a video in the past. I thought Joel Embiid was better than Jokic because my opinion was the defense. But looking at how smooth and patient and just skilled Jokic is on the offensive end, he's the best center in the NBA right now. He's the best passing center in NBA history. And the Nuggets deserve all the success they have right now. Like, I'm shocked we even have to see a Nuggets-Lakers Western Conference Finals. It's crazy for me to even see. And it's like Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, and the Nuggets got one of the craziest stories this playoffs. This is their second 3-1 comeback. This is their second time doing it. You know how hard that is? It's never been done in history. So I know their confidence is sky high right now going to face the Lakers, but let me just give them a reality check. The Lakers aren't the Clippers. The Lakers know how to close out games. And Jokic is not going to be working AD like he was working the Clippers big man. But, I give the Nuggets their props. I'm very proud of them. I'm very happy that they did this. And we've been waiting for Jamal Murray to show out like this for years. But he did it right at the right time. The bubble has been a place for everybody to show their stuff. And Jamal Murray is really showing his talent, his skill. Nikola Jokic is solidifying himself as a top 10 player in this league. But to be honest, Paul George is trash. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, Jesus. 10 points? While in 14 points? That's the most y'all could do in an elimination game? And then y'all couldn't even hold an opposing player to not 40? Like, Jesus Christ. Bro, at one point, wait. In the fourth quarter, the Clippers didn't score for 6 minutes. No. They didn't have a field goal for 6 minutes into the fourth quarter. For 6 whole minutes. 6 minutes in an elimination game when you're down big and you can't get a field goal. And Lou Williams, oh Jesus, Lou Williams. He looked terrible. That Magic City trip must have changed him or something because he was not looking like, who he was. I give Montrezl Harrell a pass. I know he probably wasn't in his right mind. His grandmother died. RP to his grandmother. But I give Montrezl Harrell a pass on that because what really do you want him to do? But Lou Williams is supposed to be a straight bucket off the bench. And the whole series just struggling. Like it's crazy to watch. Like I would have never thought it would be Denver and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. All season we've been waiting. Clippers, Lakers, Western Conference Finals. We've been waiting. All NBA fans have been waiting for that. And you mean to tell me we're not gonna see that because Kawhi Leonard and Paul George couldn't beat Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic? Are you serious? Like this can't be reality. But if you stay to the end of this video, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.